What's going on, everyone? We're the COD Casuals. I'm Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We're going to be reacting to the Into the Breach series by the Boston Breach. It's basically a docu-series that the professional Call of Duty team does, and we're going to put out a 5-part series out on YouTube exclusively. So if you want to come over and watch our reactions, go over there.
Absolutely. So if you want to go see that content, again, click the link. And otherwise, enjoy the rest of the podcast episode. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 128 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
I'm Justin.
Justin, how we doing?
Good.
Everything been well in your world?
Yeah. We just got back from, the weekend. We didn't play at all this weekend.
Dude.
We were, both of us were busy.
Yeah. You went, you checked out a concert, which was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I went to, I know NF is very big for like people in COD. Actually, I don't know if it's actually very big. I just know COD players listen to him.
I feel like NF he's pretty big though overall, isn't he?
He's getting very big. Yeah. I mean, like right now, I would say he's pretty big now.
The young people listening are freaking out right now. They're tweaking.
Yeah.
Isn't NF? He's quite a big superstar.
NF is big. He definitely, I would say he blew up around like 2019.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to his concert.
Where was it?
It was in Boston at the Angus. I think that's how you said Angus Arena or Angus Arena.
I think it's Angus.
Angus, yeah. It's where the BU like hockey team plays. But yeah, I was in Boston, went there, listened to him. It's awesome live. He sounds exactly the same live as in his music, which I love.
Yeah.
And if you guys listen to NF, his music videos are like straight up movies. That translated to the concert.
Yeah.
It was insane. And so this was my second concert ever. So
that's dope.
It was awesome.
So a good live show?
Yeah, it was awesome. The cool thing, so my first ever concert was in 2016, the Logic concert.
It was Logic, right?
And NF opened for Logic, and not many people knew who he was, and he was performing Outcast for people, they know what it is. He's inside a cage, like rapping and stuff, and everyone's like, the opener, everyone's like, whatever, get Logic on. Yeah.
Logic.
But seeing him from that to now, like he has his own show. It's his own tour. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
That's dope.
And just knowing his background too, like, a lot of rappers, they have like hard lives and stuff and whatever. But seeing him on stage live, I'm like, this is crazy. My first ever concert was Logic, and he helped you out getting you like on the tour and opening it. And now you're headlining it and you're helping out like your buddy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Now that's really cool. I like that. I like too, you said that he put on a good live show, because for me that's such like a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like honestly the music is important, of course, but for me, if I'm going to be paying any money to go to a concert, I'm like, I have to be paying for something that I can't get on the album.
Yeah.
So if they put on that really good show, like whether it's just him, or it's like there's a whole visual aspect or like other art side of it that goes on, that's really cool.
That was a cool part because he performed songs that were from his old albums that he never went on tour for because it was during COVID.
Right.
So he played those songs, and dude, like, I went with my girlfriend, and she's never been to a rap concert. And the lights and the animation, it was crazy. Yeah. Like, I felt like I was in a movie the whole time. I'm like, oh my god.
They give you 3D goggles. You're like,
dude,
like
when we went to the CDL event, like, the lights are...
Yeah.
This was crazy. Like, it was just going crazy.
Times
lights
100, though.
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, though, Boston crowd was very, very lame.
Dude.
Lame.
What did you just say, bro?
It was lame.
Damn.
The front row, like VIP, obviously, like they were going crazy. I was going crazy, like a little further back, but everyone was recording. Like, I get it. I got a lot of videos too, but when he opened up with the hype song on his album,
right,
which is called "Careful," and
crickets,
dude, the energy. I mean, the front row was going crazy. Like the floor, I'm like, I need to be there,
right?
Because I was going crazy in the back with me and like a couple random people I didn't know, but they're just enjoying the concert. And I'm like, this is awesome. Why is no one like jumping up and down?
Dude, screw that.
I want popcorn to be thrown everywhere, man.
Right. And especially at like a rap concert.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mad hype.
Like this album, like on this album, there's probably only like 2 or 3 hype songs. That's it.
Right.
And he does a lot of singing in this album. But yeah, Boston crowd, I don't know what happened. Like, wasn't, I thought it was gonna be crazier. If I was in the floor though, like that was crazy. I wish I was there.
Right.
And what was cool too was he like does a thing where if you guys haven't gone, like just expect this. He performs obviously on the front stage, right? But he switches to the back. So they built out a stage like right in front of where I was.
Oh, nice.
And he walked through the crowd and to put like, the front row people in the back and gave the back rows like,
a good show.
Very good show. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I was like, holy shit, he's
right there.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Like I can see everything of it. And his wife and his sister were there, like they're on tour with him. And his son's there too. And I just couldn't even imagine, like his kid's like very young. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 or something like that. And he just got like those giant headphones on. Can you imagine being like, that's dad?
Right.
Just going crazy. I'll put like some videos and stuff like on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, it'd be dope.
If you want to check it out in this episode, but it was a very, very good time.
That's awesome though.
Like I would go to the show again.
Just not in Boston though.
Yeah.
Not with that crowd.
Like, yeah. I would definitely go again. And like, dude, you know me. This is my second ever concert.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm very
you're particular with the people you want to go see.
I'm very picky.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I'm very glad I bought tickets for him.
Dude, I was wondering about it. You see him Saturday night? Friday night?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't remember if it was. I think it was Friday, dude. I don't know about by you, but by me, it was torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was after. Yeah.
I was tripping out at first because I didn't know where you were gonna go see it. And I was like, dude, if you were seeing this outside,
no, I was
I'm
indoors.
like, dude, they're gonna hand out life jackets, bro.
Well,
like, it was so bad.
Yeah, by where I was, it was pouring. I was inside, obviously, but like Fenway.
Yeah, it got flooded.
Yeah, it was flooded. And when we walked out and stuff, it was pouring rain. We went to Raising Cane's, got food there, and then we walked from Raising Cane's to the hotel, which is like 14, 15 minutes away.
Right.
I was like, there's no shot we're getting an Uber here in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So everyone's leaving the concert. Let's just book it and like make good memories. It was fun.
Yeah, exactly. No, the bad weather will do that for you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, I hope you're inside.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine so, but
still.
Yeah. But no, man, that's good though. I mean, like I said before, I'm always a big fan of like trying to have a good live show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we go to such different concerts though.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been to 2.
Yeah.
And they're both rap concerts, so.
Yeah, I've been to one rap concert.
Mm.
And I don't even remember who it was that was performing in it. It's people that I'd never heard of. But it was cool though.
Okay.
No, because they were like the main person that I went to go see was not rap.
Okay, gotcha.
But they were in like hip hop, like rock R&B kind of realm.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch of rap artists opening for them, and I didn't know any of the people that were there.
The guy that opened for NF,
they were really good though.
Yeah, the guy that opened for NF, his name's Corday, and he does a lot of like, it's so weird. Like I've heard some of his music, like I like some of it, but it's like jazz, hip hop, like rap. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And like definitely like old school hip hop. He was really good. I liked him. And he's on one song with NF.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Someone I wish I could have seen before he passed away, R.I.P. MF Doom.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have killed to see that guy. I see like concerts of him where he was like playing at such small venues, and I'm like, dude, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
I usually get I get starstruck very easily just seeing some of these people, like when I like the anticipation, and then I see them, and I'm always just like, it's the same expression. I'm always like smiling ear to ear, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, there he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all the time. Like any of my music heroes, when I go and see them, I'm just like, there he is in the flesh. He's walking around. I'm like, he's wearing a t-shirt. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel too.
Yeah. Like this guy's a real dude.
Yeah. I mean, if I saw, again, like we've seen like COD players and stuff.
Yeah.
And to us, we're like, oh my God.
You're like, there he is, dude.
But yeah, no, I saw him. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. Like, that's you. I could touch you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
But-
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like, and the thing too, I think about a lot with some of these guys. Like, there was a guitar player that I saw play. I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks ago. I went to go see him, and he's got to be 70, pushing 70. Obviously, he was the main reason I went there. But then he had an opening act, these two guys, and they're 24.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, these guys, they were so good. I'm like, dude, they're 24 and they're opening for this guy. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I'm like,
Dude,
bro.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, these guys, I'm like, I'm older than them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel awful right now.
Yeah.
I was like, get out of here. You're too good. I don't
Yeah.
want to see it right now.
Yeah, no, it's crazy just seeing I don't know, the come up of like some of these people.
Oh.
'Cause you know me, I mean I don't listen to like underground rap. You know, we have a friend that listens to only like SoundCloud rappers, whatever. But like, I listened to NF for like, I would say around like 2015, 2016 when Logic, like his album like blew up.
Dude, can I stop you for a second? You find the diamonds before they become diamonds.
Yeah.
You 100%. You were a big Logic guy way before he blew up. John Bellion, same thing. You were like big on the John Bellion train. And then now NF, same thing. And there was another guy too that I can't remember his name.
Whit
Lowry.
Yeah.
Yep, same thing.
I'm very niche hipster.
Yeah, but you find these people though, like before they become big. You don't just hop on that bandwagon when they've blown up. Yeah, I've noticed that about. I'm like, damn, dude, these guys.
Dude,
like, it's not like weeks later they can become big. It's like 2-3 years.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just I have
Dude,
like
you're the shaman, bro.
I have an eye.
You're the eye for talent.
Yeah.
Dude.
Maybe I should be an agent.
I was gonna say
or
you should be a
something.
scouting
Yeah.
agent, bro. You just
Maybe.
know. You just know.
No, I remember Logic because, dude, our senior year of high school, everyone was like, Logic. I'm like,
right.
this isn't even his best album.
Right.
And, like, you don't even know that he had other albums.
Right. Because it was the Incredible True Story.
Yeah, that was the one that, like,
Everybody was just
blew
like,
up.
riding.
Yeah. Like, did you listen to Under Pressure when, like, he went through the hardest times of his life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the same thing with, I mean, NF now, but, like, his fans, though, are real fans.
Yeah.
Like, you went
like
there,
that.
I'm like, it was awesome.
True supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
I had a really good time.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I before I went to Logic, I never understood why people went to concerts really or like spent that amount of money. I only went to Logic because it was $25, and because we were on the not lawn. No, yeah, we were on the lawn at the Xfinity Center, but then there was no one in front of us, so we got seats. And then I went there. I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah.
I get why people go now.
Right.
And now with NF, I'm like, he hasn't gone on tour since 2018, I think, or 2019.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to go. I almost didn't, and I bought tickets at resale. They weren't that bad. They're like $140 each.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I was like, I have to go.
Right.
Like there might be a chance that he doesn't go on tour again.
Exactly, or for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, near you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very much like that. I mean, if there's anybody whatever it is that you're into, and for both of us, like it's concerts. Like I've been on a thing for like the past, I don't know, I'd say like past year. I've been to so many shows over the past year of like my heroes, like people who I've listened to my whole life, and I'm like, I need to see these people again. We talk about this. We're getting older. I'm like, yo, I can go and spend this money to go see this person.
Yeah,
I have a car. I can go drive to this person. Like driving 2 hours to see somebody is not like an insane feat.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when it's especially not like having to ask my parents or anything, So now I'm like, if I see an artist, like today I just bought tickets for a guy I'm going to see in August. I've never seen him before, but it's the same thing. It's like he's a guy I've followed for 5-6 years, love his playing. I'm like, I don't know when he's going to come back, like anywhere near me, especially when it'll work with my schedule. I'm like, just bite the bullet. I'm like, I got to do it.
Well, yeah, especially for you. I mean, like you're a music major and you work in music.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you've been to way more shows than me.
But it doesn't even matter though. It's just like it's the same. Like you see that guy NF, you love his stuff.
Oh yeah,
and you're like, dude, when is he ever gonna come?
Yeah.
When is he gonna come to Boston? Basically, our backyard.
Exactly. Yeah, same concept. It's like it really hit me when one going to Logic that like opened up my eyes about concerts. I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Right.
I get why people like
going
shell out so much money for concerts.
Right.
It's like also with the CDL, and also for CDL, like we got to see Crim play. We've gotten to see Clay play. We got to see Scum play, and
Didn't get to see Formal.
Yeah,
That was the only person we missed out
But
on.
see, that's the other thing. It's like when Scump retired, we were able to see him play live. Crim's retired. It's like these guys are getting old, and they won't be there.
Yeah.
So now it's like we have to go.
Right, and again, like I said before, if you get the chance, like just do it.
Yeah.
You know, because you never know when you're going to be able to do it again. Like we said it before. I mean, man, if there's going to be a Call of Duty event for next year, well, there obviously will be. But if there's one that's near us on the East Coast, that's within 6 hours, we're going. It doesn't matter. You know, like that is 100%. We have to, just because it may be the last year for a lot of people. And it's just going to be another year of like, it could be a legendary event that it's like, oh, you could have gone there, but for whatever silly reason, you decided not to go to it.
Exactly. Well, that's what happened to me.
I didn't want to spend $140.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you could have experienced an insane time at an NF concert.
Yeah, exactly. Because I literally, I went Friday. I bought the tickets Wednesday at resale. Because I was like, I don't know if I should go or not. And I was like, no, I have to go because he's 32 now, and like he's done everything.
Right, got a kid. You were saying,
yeah, as a kid, it's like he might stop.
Right, priorities may change for him.
All of his music, before this was, it's very dark in his life, how hard his life was and stuff. And I know Logic experienced this, like he did it, and it's very hard to come up with other ideas to like rap about and make songs about. When back then your life was so hard and everything's coming to you. But now you reached what you aspire to be. So now, like, oh, well, what do you rap about?
Right.
Like, oh, what do you sing about?
I got too much money.
Yeah, exactly. You can go that route. Yeah. Yeah, and also just NF's, like, personality. Like, if you follow him and stuff, he's very, family-oriented. And it's like, when he's done, maybe drop a few singles here and there. But going on tour, that doesn't last forever for artists. So.
Oh, yeah. No, it does. I mean, I'm reading a couple of books right now. These guys, I mean, just I can't imagine. I haven't toured to like at that level. Like talking about duration, like I mean, these guys, like I've done the longest I've ever done was a week, playing like a week straight, and that was a lot. That was very tiresome. But these guys were like, oh yeah, we're doing a 4-month tour, 8-month, a year. I'm like, How do you do this?
Yeah, how do you survive?
No, seriously. Like, and even if you're not like, super like global superstar level, like that's still very hard. But if you're like slightly average, and you're going to be touring, I mean, that is it's awful. It sucks.
Yeah.
It blows.
Yeah.
And I think people, that's their life. And these guys, like musicians, I really like reading their book. I'm like, dude, I'm not cut out for that. I couldn't do that.
The tour, I mean, that's why a lot of artists don't go on tour, every single year.
Yeah, well, exactly.
That life is just insane.
Yeah.
Like during the concert, I'm like, man, he's not gonna be in Massachusetts tomorrow.
Right.
I think his next stop was like Pennsylvania.
Right.
I'm like, damn, is your throat gonna be okay?
Dude, seriously, these guys, like, there was a player I saw. When did I see him? I think in May. Yeah, sometime in May I saw him. Pat Metheny, for anyone who cares about him, great guitar player, one of the best in the world. I saw him in New Hampshire, which I couldn't even believe he was in New Hampshire. But he's playing, and then next day he's in Maine. I'm like, okay, normal. Then next day, France. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then like I checked in, like it was like a couple of weeks later, and he was just like, thank you, Germany. like another week later, thank you, Spain. Thank you, Italy. Thank you, California. I'm like, dude, holy. I'm like, this guy, that's his life.
It's a crazy life.
2 hours a night, just relentless playing. And then he's like, he says like 5 words the whole show. Plays 2 hours, plays hard stuff ever, and then does it all again the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And he's like 67.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, last thing to end this like concert conversation, it's like I said that, these artists won't go on tour like, forever. A couple of people I know, they got tickets for the Eagles. I'm sure like you guys know the Eagles. Dude, I thought they stopped a long time ago.
Dude, they're on the farewell tour. I almost bought tickets for this.
I thought this farewell tour happened like years ago.
Homie.
I'm like, and people have told me they've been on a farewell tour for years.
I was gonna say, homie,
I'm like, okay,
they've had like 9 farewell.
So I'm not
tours.
crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
I thought they stopped a while ago.
They're like the final tour. Then they run out. They look at the bank account. Call up the team.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, the real farewell.
Yeah, we need to go one more. One more.
Check the bank account again.
Yeah.
The true farewell.
Yeah, someone I know, they bought 16 tickets, like for them and like their entire family and stuff.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, it was very hard to secure those tickets.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it because the band that's opening for them, Steely Dan, which is that shows how crazy it is because they're a huge band, and I really like them. They're like they're like yacht rock, the epitome of dad rock, I guess. Even though they got a whole other thing I love about them, but that band, like they're opening.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
them and the Eagles. I'm like, that's an insane show.
It's at TD Garden. Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna crush it. And to think those guys.
Yeah,
they've been doing that since, like, I don't even know when they started, probably 71, 72.
I mean, you know better than me.
I mean, like, they are been around.
I mean, dude, like, you know me, I don't follow, like, music as much as you, but if I know the Eagles...
But think about, think about that band, like, how, like, I mean, I think about those, all the members of that group and their guitar player, like, those guys have been playing and doing live shows. I mean, that's been their life for the past 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
That they don't know anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like, tour? Yeah.
Yeah. Again. Let's go again.
Yeah. Well, and again, those guys are like they ain't young young guys. They're all in their 70s.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
And they're out here doing these massive concerts, touring. I don't know how long the tour is, and like to what extent, if it's international or national, but that's such a toll on you.
Oh yeah.
Still.
Party hard.
Yeah.
Rock star.
At 70,
rock star
at
life.
74.
Yeah.
Like not 24.
Live and die on stage.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, they're gonna have to have like an IV bag. And
Oh,
a drip
dude,
on so
I'm
they can
sure
keep going.
they've got something going.
They've
after
got
every
some.
show.
Yeah, whether it's legal or not, who knows? to be determined. But anyway, yeah, Call of Duty. So
MW3.
Yeah, dude.
MW3. Not officially announced, but the logo's announced.
This was a big thing that we saw. You went and retweeted it, which I think because I was stuck in traffic all day. And I saw, and I pulled off to grab a coffee and I saw it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
MW3. Yeah, it got leaked. I think it's clean as hell.
Yeah, me too. MW3 logo
Cue
and
the comments. You guys are dick riders.
yeah,
I don't care, bro.
whatever. MW3
looks cool.
it's gonna be the next greatest COD.
You got to have that half glass full.
Exactly.
That's what you get over here.
Yeah, and the artwork it had Price in front, and then
The Russian.
So some people, they don't know who this is. Some guy in the background just like looking at him. And for people that played, the OG MW3 or like the MW series, like we all know who that is.
Yeah, right. He was he was in MW2. He was he the main no, he wasn't the main victim in that, or like the main antagonist, right?
Yeah.
It was Shepard. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, Shepard, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the main guy you end up killing in that. But that MW2 is when you have that insane the airport mission with all that stuff. So he's definitely involved in it, but MW3, that's where he's the true final boss.
Yep, yeah. And yeah, if you haven't played 2009 MW2, like go play it somehow.
Well, I mean, if you're on Xbox, bro.
Oh yeah, you
can go and play it.
Yeah. Makarov just betrays you.
Yeah.
And you're like, who? I remember playing that as a kid. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? What did he just do to me?
Which one, MW3 or 2?
2.
Yeah, when he goes and shoots you.
Yeah, I'm like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah, I love it. I remember he's like, that wasn't a message.
Yeah, yeah.
This was the message. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, what are you doing to me?
I'm like, I literally just get iced in a mission.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to be like, you failed.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
But I mean, if you listen to the last episode about Raid Episode 4, what's her name? Farah?
Farah.
Farah's brother talks about, the Russian.
Right.
And now MW3, like the picture leaks, it's a Russian.
So now this is what I'm curious about, right? Mm-hmm. Is we talked about in the last episode, which again, if you haven't checked it out, our final review of Raid, please do, because it was, episode 3 and 4 were absolute bangers. Mm-hmm. But like you just said, they alluded to the fact that he's the main person that's involved in the story. I wonder if they're going to do something with the campaign where it's going to be split, where you have Makarov as like the main person in your single player campaign. And I'm like, is he going to be intertwined into this, the Raid episodes? Because there's no way that they don't keep this going.
Yeah.
Like, but are there going to be gaps that are filled in with the raid episodes? Is there going to be some sort of like side objective or side story that's going on that if you want that, you got to play the raids? I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, me too, because they can go to like so many different routes with this.
Yeah, they can.
I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm excited for it because I hate Makarov.
Dude, he is one of the best antagonists. I would say he's the best in the COD series.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I would agree. Yeah.
Now,
the hatred for that guy.
Yeah.
Shepard's pretty close because I was.
Oh yeah.
I was angry at him.
But the thing was, Shepard. I don't know. I felt way better when Shepard died.
Yeah, me too.
Because I mean, Shepard got cooked.
Yeah.
Homie got a throwing knife right to the eyeball.
Yeah.
I mean, Makarov he got choked out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, in MWIII. Spoilers.
Yeah.
He gets hung by Captain Price.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hole through the ceiling, body just plops, and you just watch him.
This I still don't quite like understand this whole realm because in MW2 they had like the whole campaign was around different people, right? Like it wasn't the same. Like Shepard, was he in MW? No, he was.
This MW2?
Yeah, this MW2 he was, but it was like a different.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm wondering like, what are they going to do with this MW3? Like,
yeah. Well, this is a sequel to MW2 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably like building
prequels
to the MW2.
Yeah. 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still leading up to MW2.
Okay.
So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but like I'd imagine that MW3 that's coming out in the fall is gonna be leading up to MW2 somehow.
Right.
Because they can't only like stretch it out for so long.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess, I would say that MW3, just speculating, would probably be the last one of this series.
Yeah,
because obviously Treyarch is going to have the next game, and then from there, they've got to figure something out.
Yeah, and like for a fact, like there's no, like Makarov is not going to die like in this MW3 because he can't.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way because obviously.
And Shepard can't either.
Right. Yeah, he can't either.
Yeah.
The only thing that I wonder could happen, because in the campaign, like maybe there's some collusion that starts to happen between the two and they build a relationship.
Yeah.
Because then they kind of have one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I imagine. Like it's going to be the build up to that. Like how, I guess, you really meet Makarov. Like maybe you play as, not him, but, someone who works with him or whatever.
Yuri.
Yeah. And, you see that relationship being formed.
Yeah.
Which, I'm excited about. Sledgehammer, again, they're making this game. So, I'm putting faith in Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
I really do think that this game, they're going to fix what Infinity Ward did and get this game right. I really think they will. And from not last episode, sorry, 126, we posted a poll about if you guys if you play the campaign or not, or like you just don't care for it. And it was, 75% of people want a campaign. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
we're in that 75%.
Yeah.
I think you need to have it's like a prerequisite to every COD. Mm-hmm. You have to have one.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys voting.
Yeah.
On this.
Again, people are listening through all the concert talk. Please do.
Yeah.
Like you need to go and vote in them. It's just a click.
Yeah.
And I always like to hear it because some people are very adamant about whichever way they believe. Some people are like, dude, that's so BS. You don't need campaign. It's a waste.
Yeah.
No one plays it anymore. And then like us, I'm like, it's a staple.
Yeah.
You got to have it there.
So 10% said no, which I was like, all right, question it a little bit.
Right.
And then the rest said that, they're indifferent about it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, I could take that. That's fair. But for you to vote no, I don't know. I'm like, you just rather not have a campaign.
Well, something that we'll make a poll, it'll be before this even comes out because I'm curious about it anyway, is with DMZ. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to be keeping, like, I'm sure they're, like, of course, they're going to keep the campaign, like, you're a moron if they're not going to. They're going to have that. They're going to have multiplayer. They're going to, of course, I think they're going to have raid. They definitely should. And then that leaves DMZ. Well, Warzone's going to be its own thing. They're going to, continue to try to, resuscitate that. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if DMZ is going to be sticking around.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's worth investing in DMZ for the long haul?
I mean, no, I don't think so. Because, I mean, again, to me, it just seems like DMZ is just like a mini rip of Warzone at this point. Like how multiplayer is just a rip of like Warzone spots.
Yeah.
And if you're just gonna do that, then I don't know. Like, I don't want it. We barely played it. The concept is really fun, but I just don't think they executed that well because, like we said, like Warzone's the top. You know, everything's ripped from there. If Warzone's not the best thing in the world, I just don't think DMZ is gonna be good.
Yeah, and I think they could definitely take the resources that they're putting into DMZ and allocate those towards the other projects or the other parts of Call of Duty that are way better.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know exactly what the player base is like in the DMZ realm. From what I gather, though, I don't think it makes up a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see if there's people that really are like they're diehard DMZ people.
Yeah, we'll put that in the poll for this episode.
Yeah.
If you play DMZ or not.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we literally played it like
Handful of times.
Yeah, like maybe 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah.
Out of the entire time. You know, and like again, it's cool, but it's just I don't know. It didn't for me with a lot of games. Like if it doesn't grip me like right off the bat, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah,
you know?
and Call of Duty, like we're used to multiplayer, right? Like it's fast paced. DMZ is not like that at all.
It's glacial.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see because I would much rather them take those resources and put them into like Adamgrad.
Yeah.
And like make the raid episodes like longer, like each episode, or you know they do like Spec Ops, better Spec Ops.
Right. I mean that's the biggest thing that sucked with this game. I would easily say it was like the letdown of Spec Ops. It was such a hype thing that it was going to be coming back, and to think that the original was MW2 and 3 that had it.
Yeah.
They started with dozens of missions that were already available, and I think this game started with only a handful of them.
It was like 3.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all, you know, the first one we played, you know, the stealth one, that one was fun. But then all the other ones
they were
were
just round based.
Yeah, just round based. Yeah.
Right.
Granted, like the MW2 and MW3 ones, like a lot of them were round based, but it wasn't just like kill X number of enemies, move to the next. Like you had an objective that you had to do throughout
right, and that was time. Just it's like again, it's in the raid episodes. Like there are big shootouts, but it's part of a larger objective that you're trying to execute. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if DMZ is really just going to end up being a failed project that they had tried to,
which is fine.
You know, I mean, yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
but I have a feeling they're gonna like. I think they're gonna keep it around. Honestly, I just have a feeling they're gonna they're not gonna let it go just yet. And eventually it's just going to be like, okay, we really need to jump ship on this.
Yeah, I see the potential. I see why, because they can make it really, really fun. It's just, it wasn't there for MW2. But, yeah, like, what was it? Extraction from Advanced Warfare. Failed project.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
But they got rid of it.
Right.
Like, very quick.
Yeah.
But, AW was Sledgehammer. Yeah, it was Sledgehammer. So, I mean... Maybe Sledgehammer decide. It seems like they're very innovative over there. Maybe they just stop it.
Yeah, I think they should. I think that they should, but I believe that they will continue it.
Yeah, or Sledgehammer again. They improve it and they actually make it like really good.
That's always a possibility, but I mean we're so out of the DMZ loop that I really don't know what it needs. I mean, even just playing it, I'm like, I really don't know. Like, I just don't like it. But I can't put my finger on it as to what it needs. Yeah. We haven't played it enough.
And also on top of that, you have to think how does this loop into Warzone, how it loops into multiplayer too.
Yeah.
Like if they, I think last episode we might have mentioned it, or maybe 2 episodes ago, how MW3 you're going to have like gloves or like gear and stuff. If they introduce that into DMZ, I get why they're doing that. Because then it's like, all right, you have to survive in the world, and if you kill enemies, you get their gear, and you hunt down for special gear.
Right.
And then you can use that in multiplayer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That would be fun if, they execute it well.
Yeah. And it's just going to be a question of, like, if they can actually get that done in time for this game.
Yeah,
Because granted, like, we're doing this now in July. This game's going to come out in November, we're assuming.
Yeah, November. And the beta's it's in August.
Yeah.
They have like official dates. I can't remember the official dates.
Yeah, I can't remember them either. But it's just going to be a question of what they actually think is valuable. Like, do they think this is worthwhile for the player base of Call of Duty? Is it going to maintain or help grow it? I really don't know. I honestly think that a big thing will help with maintaining and bringing back a lot of people is this like whole Microsoft deal that's happened with these new CODs that are going to be. I mean, they are playable now and they've been fixed. I have a feeling that they're gonna, if they can do this, they're gonna try to remaster these, like try to do full on remaster these to have them available for people to play them and like rebuy them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you can play them on Xbox.
Right.
That's the thing. And if they
have them totally remastered.
Yeah.
For the new consoles.
Yeah. I'd be interested if they decide to do that or not, because obviously, I think a lot of people will go back and play like the old CODs if that's the case.
Right.
But that, again, that just leaves a question like, well, then are people going to play the new COD?
Yeah. Do they care?
And that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what their like top priority is. Is it
do they care?
Right.
Yeah.
Do they care about like how many people are playing the game, or do they just care about it like if the engine of Call of Duty is making money? Like, no matter where it's being spread.
Yeah, I guess
where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's like on one side the community's spread out. So you're getting like little streams of revenue from like each game, or you hyper focus on one thing and you make everyone go into that game. But this is the other thing though. Actually, that I just realized that if you open up the old games, there are no microtransactions for those.
Not unless you do complete remakes of these games.
That is true. Complete remakes, yeah.
Because what did they do to COD 4? They done fucking ruined it.
Yeah,
they went and did exactly that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't add like skins or anything in it, right? They remastered the whole thing.
Yeah, but I think there were microtransactions in that.
Oh, were
game,
there?
Though. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they did. Let me go. Did it have? Actually, type here microtransactions. I mean, think it did. Because Activision incorporated the use of microtransactions. Yeah, they did.
In COD 4, yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, if they do that, then it's like...
Yeah, they totally did. Of course they did.
That'd be, I don't know. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, they added new weapons.
I remember the new weapons added into that.
They added that. They added weapon kits. They added, customization sets. Yeah, they added a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, see, I'm very much on the side, like, if you're going to change the game, leave it. Just leave it. Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't touch like my nostalgia and what I thought of it, because we're adaptable. We can go to the new game. I know a lot of other people aren't, and they're not as skilled as us. Sorry. But, a lot of people are like, MW2 sucks. I'm like, or this MW2. I'm like, yeah, to an extent, it does. But this game's definitely like one of the best CODs in
the past 5 years.
Yeah, past 5 years. Like it definitely goes Cold War, MW2, MW, Vanguard for me.
Yeah,
that's like the
my list
order.
is exactly the same.
Yeah, and when people are like it sucks, we've talked about it. You just say it sucks, but for me, when I hear people say that, I'm like, okay, you just suck at the game, even if the game does suck. Like Vanguard sucked, but like we weren't bad at the game.
Right.
We put in so much time into that game.
Yeah.
And it was unbearable to an extent towards the end.
Yeah, there's always things that are going to be wrong with those games. But yeah, your excuse or reasoning, like I need to hear good reasoning as to why you don't like those games. And then it always comes down to like you'll see from those people who badmouth the game, they put in like no time with it, They have like 3 days on it. I'm like, man, that's not cutting it.
Well, yeah, and then their response will be, well, if the game sucks, why would I put time into it? Duh.
Right.
Like, okay, well then, I don't know. We'll end the conversation there.
They don't play the game at all.
Yeah, just don't try it. Yeah, whatever.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of people had nothing to do prior to this. They would go and play this game, and they would hate it. And again, we've said how like this was a pivotal year for Call of Duty. A lot of people didn't like it, and I mean it's been like that for the past, I don't know, like I'd say definitely the past 3 years, like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Well, you could just say the 5 years, but the past 2 games have been like it's been a downhill trajectory.
Yeah.
And the question is for them, like, what are they going to do other than just putting out these bundles, which we had a whole thing about, and that's where they're making most of their money from on these games. Like they obviously sell a ton of copies of the game when it initially comes out, but that continued revenue is from all these bundles and packs and whatever they put out. Now, if they have these old CODs, like I've talked to all my buddies about it who are like, dude, I want to play this game, man. Like, how sick would it? Like, and we're on that fence too. Like, it would be cool for like a couple hours to play these old CODs. and they're like, maybe that is a possibility.
Yeah,
we remake these games, and price them at, like, I don't know, $30-$40 because they're not like brand new games, or they could be total clowns and charge them the $70.
It's gonna be it's gonna be like $60.
Yeah,
$10 off.
Give them a discount.
Yeah,
give them a discount, and add microtransactions into the game.
Yeah,
like, hey, do you want to play as, I don't know, like Tony the Tiger for Frosted Flakes and COD and Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2? Like, now you can.
See, this is a thing. Like, again, I think for the overall community, I think, a lot of people our age would love that. But the thing is, like, you don't have. I think that would just cause more work because you need, support for each game. So I just don't like, if you're saying they remaster like all these games and just put them out there like all at once, I don't think that's going to happen because it's just too many games to support. But also, like, if they did do that somehow, what's that going to do for like competitive, obviously, but like now each game needs support, and how many people are going to be on that game playing? It's like, when we hop on, the best thing for casual players, in my opinion, is, all right, this is a one COD, you hop on, it's this game.
Right.
But now, like, imagine if we have MW2, MW3, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. Like, so what COD are we going to play today? And it's going to be completely different than, like, last night.
Right. Well, they could do something like they did in the IW day where they had those games bundled.
Yeah.
Now, I know, like, and I've said it before, like, I was not a fan of that. And I'm not saying I'm necessarily a fan of, like, what I'm talking about, but I'm knowing Activision... and knowing, like, Microsoft now, like, they have these CODs, and people have been talking about this, I don't know, for the past week or two about how awesome it is they can go play these. I don't see a world where they don't try to cash in on this.
Yeah.
They try to make some revenue from this. I mean, it is right now. It's bad that it's only on Xbox because this would be massive if you could play on all consoles.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's only on Xbox right now, it does kind of hinder some of the plans I'm talking about.
Yeah. And this is the other thing. Like, we don't know how many people are on Xbox. I'm sure it's a very large community, just like PlayStation. What if they try to capture the market and be like, all right, well, like, this is just a pure fact. PlayStation has way better exclusives than Xbox.
That's a fact.
100%. Like, yeah 100%. But now what if Microsoft... They're like, you want to play the old CODs? They're only on Xbox. These are our exclusives. And, I mean, that's pretty compelling to people, like, around our age. It's like, man, imagine playing a remastered MW3, but you can only do that on Xbox.
I mean, dude, if they're doing that, you're going to see me at Best Buy.
Yeah, like that. I have to have both consoles now.
I'm buying both of them. There's no doubt.
Yeah. And that could be another move for Microsoft if they wanted to do that.
Dude.
But I'm pretty sure they have said, though, that they're not going to make it exclusive as of right now.
They say that
for like I think it was through 2024. But they worded it a way where, like, we're not doing it now. So
yeah,
we don't know about the future.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, this is, again, just something that's, like, very new that's happened. This really came out of nowhere. I don't know where the whole discussion had started initially with wanting to play these games. But I remember seeing so many people say these games were unplayable. Yeah. Which that to me, I mean, it's just disrespectful to these games. Like the fact that nothing that people like playing them, just the fact that they've been let go to that state. That they've been opened up where people can just, do disgusting things on these games. Like, they can just pretty much track your IP, hack everything that you have.
Yeah. Especially on games that aren't even... Like, I understand, like, you can't keep support for these old games forever.
Of course.
Like, there has to be, an expiration date for all these games. But, like, this happened in, like, recent games. Like Cold War. Like, a game that... Like, it's not that old. No. There should be support for it still. Even though I'm assuming it's definitely limited... Right, because you're working on like another game, but yeah, it's like I remember maybe it was long ago, but I know you saw it. Like, they shut down servers for the PS3 completely. Like, you can't play anymore.
How sad is that?
Yeah, it's like, damn,
that's
crazy.
When you realize you're old.
Yeah, like, we can't go back and play MW2 or MW3 on that.
Yeah, dude, there was online games that I bought. I bought like I don't know, 7 years ago, 8 years ago on there, and I can't play them anymore.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. They would literally like I can't remember exactly what the message would say, but it was just like there's no support for this game, so it's like you can't play it like from the online store where I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy because it's like I understand from like the tech side of like, so these servers, like very, very high level, whatever the company has to pay, you know, X amount of dollars and like rent out the cloud for these servers. And, you know, there's going to come a point where they just, it's not worth it to them anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Microsoft does.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good move for the future, though. Mm-hmm. You know, just judging on, like, I mean, obviously how Activision did with it, I think it'll be better off. But yeah, only time will tell. You know, and then we'll have to see what they end up doing with these CODs. If they just leave it as is right now, like if you want to play them in that state, you can, or if they try to make some money off them.
Yeah, and I will say there was a stat that 100,000 people were playing Black Ops.
Oh yeah. That's dude.
Well, out of all the games, why Black Ops?
I don't think that's legit though.
You don't think so?
No, bro. I mean, do you remember those games like? I mean, I always thought this was cool, but I think MWIII did it and Black Ops 1 did it. Black Ops 2 did it as well. We're in the bottom left or right.
Oh,
hand
yeah.
corner.
Like,
they would show, they show the globe where they'd show
yeah.
like the U.S. map.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would show like where it's lit up. Like, oh, look at all these people.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, I think they literally just took a screenshot of like, they're like, let's kind of partially color in this in the United States here. And then like you go play in 2023, I see like, I saw Jev was playing it.
Yeah.
And it's like all lit up the same way. I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's no way like 99% of the New York City and New York State are playing Black Ops 1.
I don't know, it's just crazy to me. Like,
I think they're inflated.
Out of all the games, you pick that game though. Out of like all the CODs, you choose that one.
You dishing out Black Ops 1 hate right now?
Yeah, yeah. Because Black Ops 2, 3, and 4 are way better.
Dude, Black Ops 1 though is that's a throwback. I think that's a slept on COD.
I don't know. I didn't play that game much. I bought it for zombies. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Literally the only reason why
Black Ops 1 zombies are incredible. Mm-hmm. The wager matches in that game, like that whole thing was incredible. Yeah. I thought the maps in that game were pretty solid too.
No, yeah, the maps were definitely solid.
That was a hard game to play.
I just remember this was still like, you know, my youngin' days of Black Ops, or no, of COD, sorry. And like I started off on MW2, right? Then Black Ops, I skipped like the year playing it because this was 7th grade. I remember specifically 7th grade, and didn't have the money for it, so I just played MW2. Then I bought MW3 the year after, and I just remember playing Black Ops 1 with our buddy, the guy that 1v1'd me, that started my whole like competitiveness.
Yeah.
And we 1v1 on Nuketown. Like, this game is shit. It's not smooth at all. It's so clunky compared to MW. And I lost a 1v1 on Nuketown, and then that was history because now he could never touch me. That was
the first ember.
He could never touch me in COD now. Even if we went back to that COD, no chance.
Oh, yeah, no way. That was a hard game to play, though.
Yeah,
I remember even seeing like Jeff talking about it. I remember it now after you jog my memory. Like the sniping in that game was insane.
Yeah,
it was very, very hard to snipe.
They tried getting rid of quick scoping.
Yeah, dude, that game too had theater mode. Mm-hmm. Come on. Like, I don't get why theater mode is not a staple of all CODs going forward. Yeah. I don't know why they got rid of that. Mm-hmm. You know, that was so fun. You can go and save all your gameplay.
Yeah.
And have it on the cloud there. Mm-hmm. And you could put titles to it and stuff. Like,
dude, that's, again, it's probably just a money thing now for them. They're like, oh, I get, with the amount of, like, data that it takes to save on the cloud, I bet they're, like, not doing it.
Right. But why is it that they could do it back then, and now, like, with, honestly, way more money, bigger budget, and more, like, power to do it, they don't.
See, not defending their point, but
no, I'm saying like you may know more about this. Like,
yeah.
Educate me,
but like
if there is a reason why
saving clips back then were very, very minuscule, super small.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the amount of money that they're paying, like, oh yeah, all these couple of 100,000 people saving all these clips, it's not costing them much. Now though, like for example, like if we save, you got your first, what was it called? It's not a nuke. What's it called?
Bro, I don't even
something
know
bomb. What is it?
MW2. What's it called?
Whatever, the 30 kill streak.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't even know what this thing is called, honestly.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I earned this thing.
Yeah, the 30 kill streak, right? And if you save that and then like you export it, that's like 12 gigs of data.
Yeah.
And dude, 12 gigs back then, that was like on an iPod. That was like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that's a big part of it, the bottom line.
MGB. MGB.
Oh yeah, okay, MGB. Yeah.
There we go. Anyway.
But like you said, they have way more money. And data is way cheap. Like data storage is way cheaper. Like now you can get like a flash drive with like 64 gigs for like $10.
Right,
dude. 64 gigs back in the day, growing up.
Insane.
Yeah,
that was massive.
You would buy an iPod with 1 gig.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. I remember Xbox. Like not to go on a tangent. I remember Xbox. They released a console with 5 gigabytes.
Yeah,
and they knew that wasn't enough for a game, but they're like, if you buy this for 5 gigabytes, it's way cheaper than the regular console, but now you're gonna have to go spend like X amount of dollars on an external like hard drive.
I mean, dude, yeah, the fat PS3s, the OG ones, the hard drive 60 gigs.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah,
bro, you're not getting any, like, you're barely getting any games on that now. Like, one PS5 game is more than that.
Yeah, you know? But like you said, they have the money.
Like my whole thought with this, trying to think logically, would be that, yeah, as like, you know, there's been more data and there's more players and everything, like that has gone up, but everything has kind of gone up equivalently.
Oh, yeah,
like at the same rate.
No, it definitely has. And I will say too, though, like now we have like external like recording like software, like the PS5, we can record like locally on that if we wanted to, and we get it right away. So
maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe for them, like, all right, it's not worth the time and like resources to put this in there.
But the console that you already play on already does it for you.
Yeah, your console does it. Like Elgato has capture cards. Like a lot of streaming companies like can like capture it now.
That's a fair point on that side. No, I didn't think about that as much. I was trying to loop it in more with like continuing about the whole like Spec Ops like lack of. Like, what's up with this lack of content?
Oh yeah.
We've earned more and been able to do more.
Yeah, like I remember, dude, MWIII, I have so many theater like clips.
God. Oh yeah.
Like all my Moabs saved.
Double Moabs
saved.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saved that gameplay. I don't know how many I got on there, but that one, like you just kind of casually mentioned. Yeah, bro. I hop on. This was when was this? This was Friday. Yeah. I think it was Friday. Bro, I just hopped on first game.
Dude, well, yeah, that's what happened to me, right?
First game.
I think it was first game that happened to me.
What map did you get yours on?
Turok.
I got mine on the farm.
Okay. Farm 18.
Yeah. Bro, I was farming these fools. Yeah. They were straight hamsters.
I think my game was the first one, because if I go back and check, like, dude, I don't know. There's something about it. Like,
I'll brag. I didn't even have the headset on.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was listening to I was listening to a podcast. I think it was it was like one of the more recent Flank episodes.
Yeah.
I was just listening to that, and then like the first round, I got 16 kills. I'm like,
oh yeah, and
I'm like, okay,
yeah,
okay, let's lock in here.
Yeah, you get the advance the first round of control. You're like,
yeah, I was like, but like thing was, thankfully I didn't get myself too worked up, because I was like, let's go for it.
Yeah.
But when deep down, I'm like, yo, I'm tweaking. I can get this. And then second round, I'm like up to 25. I'm like,
play it safe.
Yeah, we got this on lock. I'm like, no sweat. I got a UAV in the pocket, and oh yeah, I got it. I was like, hey! I was so hyped. Yeah, that was my first one. Took me long enough.
I mean, you've gotten close. Both of us have gotten very close.
Yeah. It's always just like BS things that kill us, or again, like when you start thinking about it, that's when it goes downhill.
The amount of times we're like, all right, going round 3, I've advanced UAV, like I only need 6 more.
Yeah,
I run out, like don't change anything, die. Like,
yeah.
Like what the?
Just some nonsense. Yeah. I'll show you later tonight when we played. There was like, it was in the first round, there was a kill where I nearly got joked. Like this guy went and jump shotted me, but then I'm like, all right, I don't know what happened to him. He just lost his thumbs after that.
Yeah.
And I was just mowing these guys down. It was brutal.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. But yeah, like saving that to the cloud though. Like I got that, and I remember like watching Jeb's video. He had like all his things titled and stuff. I'm like, dude, if I could only go back.
I know. Yeah.
And see them now.
Yeah.
Like it'd be I would probably cringe. I'd be like, bro, I was so bad.
Dude, those are long gone now.
Yeah. Like
That's
the
that's
way
part
I
that's-
moved.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
bro, look at me. I would
So-
have smoked myself.
Yeah, yeah. Playing now, yeah.
Now with my pro movement, or
Yeah.
semi-pro movement, dude. Which, speaking of which, we can kind of close out on this little Boston update here, little Boston breach. We talked about this a little bit on the YouTube series that we've been doing. Which, newsflash, if you haven't, we've been doing a reaction series to the Boston Breaches Into the Breach, which is an amazingly produced series that they've done. And we've been reacting to it. We're the only people out there that were reacting to this. So if you want to see the first people actually react to it, go check it out. We'll go link it in the description on YouTube. So you got to go over there to go check it out.
Go check out episode 1.
Yeah.
It's out.
Yeah. And in there we were talking about, like, during the recording there had been leaks. Well, there were not even leaks. There were like official announcements for some of the new players in the Boston Breach, which was kind of weird because we're watching this year unfold and we already know what's going to be happening for next year. Yeah, dude, Boston, I mean, just like keeping it simple and clean. Bro, I'm so stoked for these guys. They are making powerhouse moves.
Yeah, they made very, very big moves. And with the players that they got Slasher, Austin Litico, or the Litigoat.
The goat.
We got Thanos over here.
Yeah.
And we got Priesta from the New York Subliners.
AKA the reigning world champion.
Yeah, reigning world champ. So
No big deal.
we stole them.
Yeah, stole those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, and Slasher was on Atlanta FaZe. Guy played lights out, and I think that guy just had to move because it was like it wasn't even a performance thing. It was just that team they're doing a whole like change in direction with how they're gonna I don't know the
Shift their
roles
players.
within those, and then Priesta, we don't even know what the whole deal was at.
Yeah, we don't know how that happened, but
doesn't even matter. Because now he's with us, dude. This is so strange. And then the other guy too is Snoopy, who was the rookie that started for champs, and the dude looked insane. He was their best player statistically. So it's those three right now. As of doing this, we don't know who the fourth is. I don't think. You correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's any like official intel or rumors that like this guy is going to be their fourth. I think it's still up in the air, right?
Yeah, it's still up in the air. It's
at least in the public eye.
Yeah, I've seen like some rumors. I've seen Afro, like they're trying to target Afro.
Yep.
But also I've heard that Afro could be on LAT. But I mean, dude, honestly, whoever Boston get, like I mean, they upgraded like major. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say upgraded majorly, but the players that they got, they're big time players and they're big moves. Yeah, you can tell Boston wants to win. Yeah, because the team that we had beforehand, like they could win. Like you know me, I've mentioned I love Vivid, big Vivid fan. Nero, really like Nero. Awakening, like all those guys were insane. And Beans, but they just couldn't close out. So that's a problem, right?
Yeah,
and we didn't know if that would ever happen. And Boston has shown that their team, they want to win. They're gonna make the changes that need to. And I mean, they did it with these two guys. Like these are big names in the scene.
Yeah, I mean, when you check out our review, we always said that's the hardest part about it. Is as a fan and just like we've been fortunate enough to meet some of these guys. Just knowing that their job, it's always on the line based on performance. So it's tough to see those changes. But as a fan, it's good to know that they care enough to be making these changes and be proactive. And you can clearly see the vision and like the goal that they're trying to work towards. They're bringing in two like very, very experienced players. I mean, one of them again just like won the biggest tournament that you can possibly win.
Two world champions.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, bringing in two world champions, multiple championship wins besides the world championship. Yeah, they're in. I would say that Boston, compared to the other teams, like they're definitely making their steps to being one of the better teams, like one of the best teams, I would say. But they've made the biggest stride. Just like revamping that team, like there's teams that have arguably made just as good, if not better, moves with one or two new players, but them like overall, they're making a huge jump.
Yeah, really making a move, like especially being the new team.
Yeah,
in the CDL, they're here to win.
Yeah,
and as a fan, like we love that.
Yeah, and
having two guys that they've won multiple times, which is what Boston needs, especially for Eric or Snoopy. Like he's coming in brand new. He's gonna need some guidance and some help. So I'm glad they brought those two guys in. I'm also glad that now there's like, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but like that New York versus Boston rivalry.
That's gonna be sick.
Like New York just won COD champs, and we just took Priesta from them. So I wonder who the fourth is going to be. I have my speculations. Like, I wish we didn't get rid of like Vivid or Nero,
right?
Because I feel like
that'd be great.
I think Vivid would have been like a really good fit, like slotting him in. But I'm excited to see who that fourth is. Yeah, complete faith.
So it's going to be cool to see. That rivalry. I'm really excited for that. I mean, it's going to be there. Like, there's definitely some tension between not the teams but the players.
Oh yeah, Priesta for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he said that. Good luck to all the other teams besides New York.
Yeah, he wants to prove them wrong.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to see that.
Yeah.
And also, Slasher won the Boston major, so.
He's got the trophy.
Yeah, he
from them.
Yeah, he literally has the trophy.
Yeah.
So,
now it's very exciting times in the CL. I mean, again, it's slow right now, like overall, just because of like this insane off season that they have. But I'm happy that if we're gonna hear news from any teams, it's from our team.
Yeah, and we have one more too. So,
right,
like again, we have.
So
no
we're waiting
who.
here.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Yeah.
But and we'll let everybody know whenever they make that announcement. We'll be freaking out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we'll probably be like, we'll see if they make an official like full team announcement. Because if they do that, we're definitely doing a react video. I'm gonna say, Justin, we ain't watching anything.
Oh yeah.
And you'll have to go over to the YouTube and you got to go watch the exclusive video there.
Exactly.
Because that's where we're doing all our exclusive content. There.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you want to see episode 1, like Mike said, of Into the Breach, us reacting to it and explaining, why certain things happen behind the scenes. And again, this is a whole docu-series that, like, I would say a lot of teams have been doing now, but this is specifically Boston. So if you want to see what happens in the Boston camp, definitely go check out episode 1.
Yeah, 100%. It's the ins and outs of like being on a pro team and managing a pro team, and just it's you get to experience the highs and lows. So it's not it's not always like a really fun thing to watch. Like, you get really happy. Like, there's a lot of moments where you're sitting there and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
It gets very sad.
Yep, exactly.
But that's competition though, baby.
Exactly.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add, or we close now? We good?
I think we're good. Again, we didn't get to play that much over the weekend for ranked.
So we can't do much of a ranked update. We'll come back with a ranked update in 129.
Well, like next week, right? I think
season 4 is going to be just about done.
Season 4 is about to be over. So haven't heard anything about season 5.
Well, let's hope that the boys have been actually making a season 5 roadmap, because we hope to be talking about it for next week.
Yeah, because
I mean,
no, legit. I think there's only 7 days from like when we're recording, like right now.
Yeah,
and we haven't heard anything.
Yeah, so we'll be sure to hopefully deliver news for next week regarding it. If not, we're just going to be kind of looking around like, well, this game is in limbo.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we hope you enjoyed episode 128. Again, be sure to go to anchor.fm/COD Casuals. That's where you can view us on all streaming platforms, as well as on Twitter, which is at COD Casuals. We are also on Instagram and on TikTok, where we've been posting on a weekly basis. So if you don't want to watch the full episode, be sure to go there for the shorts. We are also, like I said 1,000 times, we have been doing a lot of exclusive videos on YouTube. We've started that and we're going to keep doing it. So if you want to go check those out, be sure to go to YouTube/COD Casuals to go and check those out, and be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe as well. Okay, I think we're good, bro.
Yeah, go vote on the Spotify poll.
Yeah, vote on Spotify. And rate 5 stars, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, again, it has been 128 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
Justin.
And we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.